Hello, everyone. Welcome to another math class in January of 2026. On this very snowy, wintry day, I hope everyone's safe and cozy and warm at home. Let's start with some breaths and then we'll see where it takes us. All right, I'm going to sit with my legs bent, feet out in front of me, and just check in. I want to see how are my sit bones. Where's my head floating over the back? Can I turn side to side? I'll bobble my head. Fantastic. So now I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to take a big breath in and then hold it until I can't to explode it out. So here we go. Let's do that a couple more times. Fantastic. All right. Got my legs bent, feet out in front of me. My hands are going to go slightly behind the thigh bones. Shoulders really relaxed and broad. Pelvic tilt. Just finding that first rocking sensation off of the pelvis and then coming forward to have a seat. Breathe in, exhale, curl. Keep that scoop as you come forward of the sit bones and then elongate. Let's do a couple more. Exhale to curl back. So the shape of the low back changes. It stays in that seeker. Once you come through the sit bones, then you find your way to float. One more. And coming all the way in. So now I'm going to let the right leg stretch, left leg just close to me. I'm going to rock off my tailbone and my pelvis and then lift the left thigh bone off the ground. I'm still just relaxed. I'm not in a big, overly working environment at this point. The leg is dangling. Now nothing changes, just stretch the left leg up, bend it back down. And you're mindful that the left side of the body is equally as long as the right side of the body. Left sit bone curling towards the right foot, just to keep that side body in a happy place. Last two here. The leg bends from the knee and it lengthens from the knee up. And now on the next one, you're going to keep it long. Walk up that leg to get that deep stretch. Maybe you go to the top of the foot, walk back down that leg. Just simple. You walk up that leg. Maybe you pull the leg a little closer and then let it go a little further away. So, how close to your body you can take your thigh bone is where you get that deep stretch for the back of the hip and the thigh bone and the calf. So, last one like that. And then walk back down. And now you roll down all the way with that left leg up in the air. Take another breath in to prepare. One leg roll up or climb a tree. Exhale, sternum fold and curl forward and walk up that thigh bone. Let the weight of that thigh bone roll forward to help you roll all the way up. And then you roll all the way back down. Take as many inhales and exhales as your body is asking. Ooh, there we go. And one more time. Thinking that was either 4 or 5. I'm going to bend that leg, take it across the right knee, and give myself a nice figure 4 seated as I fold over. I'm trying to be conscious that I haven't rounded my upper back, staying really broad across the collarbones, happy shoulders. Excellent. And then I'm going to stretch that leg out in front of me. As you can tell, one leg is a little further out than the other legs, definitely longer. I'm going to curl back, right thigh bone comes into my hand. That right leg is dangling. I've changed the shape of the low back. Inhale there. Exhale, right leg stretches up. Inhale, it bends back down. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Just warming up the body. Let's say one more and we'll keep it up there. And we'll walk up the leg all the way to the foot. Walk back down the leg towards the thigh bone, keeping the shoulders happy, broad collarbones. Being able to speak to me tells me that you can breathe easy. So I know I can't hear you, but go ahead and talk out loud. That way you know you can breathe well. And now let that leg stay as close to you and roll down. Take your time. The leg comes with you. Breathe in. Exhale, curl forward. Weight of that right thigh bone rolls forward. Breastbone falls into your backbone as you peel your way back up, sitting on the sit bones. And then you roll up the leg. We walk back down the leg, the thigh bone, as you roll down. Breathing is simply the most important thing we do for ourselves. So just be mindful that you're not holding your breath. Say one more. Oh, yeah, I wanted another one. So here we go. Now I'm going to take that right ankle across, fold it on top of the left knee, and give my right corner of the bum and thigh bone a nice stretch. Apparently, I needed even more on this side. Couple of breath cycles. And then we'll stretch both leg out. And now arms out in front of you, palms up to the sky. Exhale, pelvic tilt. Find that scoop of the belly wall resting comfortably into the low back. Now let the arms go into a nice large expansive circles. 4 circles one way, 4 circles the other way. Maintaining the ribs falling into your back. As you can tell, I'm shaking like a leaf. And then we reverse. You keep that deep scoop of the belly wall. That's what gives you the vibrations in the body, which is lovely. And now you roll back a couple more vertebrae. Roll back a couple more. Can you go as slow as possible? Can each section of the vertebra rest into Mother Earth, and then let the arms relax down by the sides of your body. So this next one, we're just going to take it right into single leg circles. We're going to take the right leg up to the sky, soft point, left foot is slightly flexed. And don't go all out where you've just totally unrelaxed the top of the leg. So only flex where the top of the leg is as comfortable as the bottom of the leg on the left. Now that we're there, right leg goes across the body, down, around, and back up. 5 leg circles one way, 5 the other way. And breathe naturally. And let's go the other way. Fantastic. Bend that knee. Give it a nice little hug. Excellent. And then stretch that leg out in front of you. It's lovely how much nicer that hip space feels. So now the right foot will flex softly. Left foot will go up to the sky and point softly. And we take it across the body, down, around, and back up. 5 of those. And then away, down, around, and back up. 5 of those. Fantastic. Let's give that left knee a nice little hug. And then stretch that leg also out in front. Oh yeah, much, much better. So now from here, if you have a roll up in your practice, we're gonna go for 3 roll-ups or 4 roll-ups. But if you don't, one leg roll up is just as lovely. So honor your body's request at this moment. Breathe in to prepare. Exhale, arms are behind you. Take another inhale. As the arms float right over the chest, the head nods. You pick the head up. Breastbone falls into your backbone. As you roll your arm bones forward, your body will follow. Your eyes look at the toes. And you keep flexing as far forward as your body allows. And then from there, you breathe in again. Exhale, keep that gorgeous shape of the upside down with sideways U as you roll your way back down. I'm used to saying upside down U's in classes where we stand in forward fold and roll up. All right, here we go. And we roll up again. Remember, if both legs being down is not available, one leg roll up, one leg roll up. It's equally as lovely. Just keep breathing. And one final round. Here we go. Love that. All right, so now that we have those, I know that 100s is usually in the beginning for math repertoire, but we're going to put it right here. We're going to bring the right leg into a tabletop, drag the left foot, float it into a tabletop. Always maintain the lift up the front of the body to help your legs come into tabletop. So to prepare for 100, you're going to take your hands and press it into the thighs, and the thighs are pressing into your hands, but the thigh bones are not too close to your body. If you have low back issues, you want to have the low back on the ground to do this, and the knees will be closer towards your chest. But if you're okay in neutral, that's where we're going to go. We're going to stay with the hands pressing into the thighs and the thighs pressing into the hands. We're just going to breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. And I'm not pressing all out, by the way. It's just what's necessary for me to connect the deep belly muscles. And I'm quivering like a leaf and loving the vibrations. One more of those. Now, can you keep that connection as you curl your head, neck, and shoulders forward? Imprint your low back if it isn't already there. Stretch the legs out in front of you. Arms come down to the sides of the thigh bones, and we're ready for our 100s. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Anytime you need to lower the head and neck, please do so. You're still going to get benefit from pumping the arms and the legs up in the air. If you need to bend your legs in tabletop, also okay. Honor what your body is asking right now. I believe that was 8, so here's 2 more. Pause, hug, relax the head, neck, and shoulders. Keep the thigh bones close to you, but open them as wide as you can go. And now let your hands go out to the sides, allow them to fall. And now keep the thigh bones wide and rock both knees over to the right. So the thigh bones stay wide as the left hip comes off the ground, and then you come back to center. And the thigh bones stay wide as the right hip comes off the ground and you twist left and you come back to center. And your knees are closer to your chest, so you really feel this all the way down the back where it opens up and then coming back, hopefully. And the shoulders stay happy and down. They're not invited to this party with the lower body twisting. One more to the left. Now, if it's available, stretch both legs up. Low back is still kissing the earth. Feet are hip width apart, knees are hip width apart. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, both legs go to the right. You create a little smiley face down and around to the left and back to center. We go to the left. We create a little smiley face down and around to the right, back to center. Once more, each side. Fantastic. And now you're going to lower the left leg, curl your head, neck, and shoulders forward, holding your head in your hands. And then from there, the left foot points, the right foot points, and the left leg hovers off the ground. We go right into scissors. Switch, 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 switch. Little pulse, 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 pulse. Same principle. The low back does not change shape. It's still talking to the carriage or the mat underneath or the earth underneath. And you're just pulsing the legs, scissoring them away from one another and breathing. I know I'm talking a bunch. Last one. Hug both knees. Relax your head, neck, and shoulders, which you're holding in your hands. It's a temporary break. Breathe in to prepare again. Exhale, curl forward. We take that into crisscross. Both legs get long if that's available. Right leg lowers down. And we're going to twist right armpit to the left knee and then twist the other way. The legs switch in the middle. One. Both knees in center. Relax your head, neck, and shoulders. And now from here, we're going to take that into our bridging section. Feet are hip width apart. Each heel is in front of each sit bone. Take your hands, place them across the hip bone, and fan the fingers so you can really feel how your breath translates from the pubic bone to the belly button or above the belly button and around to the hip bone. So take a nice inhale to prepare. Exhale, just rock the pelvis towards your nose. Do you feel your belly sinking in into your low back? And then release it back. Breathe in. Exhale, same thing again. The front of the spine gets a nice opening and yawning here. And then release. And now suction cupping your feet. The ball of your feet and the heel create a lovely tripod. Find the tripods to step into and then curl. And now the leg bone rests on the ankle bone as you pelvic tilt and you peel your hips. Find the open connection for the top of the hip space because the bum is invited and the low belly is invited to open the front of the hip. The ribs are resting comfortably into the hammock of your spine. The head and the tail are the two ends of the hammock, and the spine and the ribs and the belly wall are all just resting. And now roll your spine. Bottom of the ribs kiss well before the low back, and then the pelvis, and then the tail. Breathe in again. Suction cupping your feet. Exhale, pelvic tilt. Knees land right over the ankles. The thigh bones open. The spine opens. And your chest is nice and soft and relaxed. And then exhale, roll down. Melt each vertebra like it's butter. Ah, lovely. Breathe in again. We have two more, please. Exhale, pelvic tilt. Step into both feet, both borders of both feet. Big toe and little toe borders, equal love. All right, may I have one more? I know I can hear you say gladly, right? Because you love these, as do I. So now we're going to stay in this bridge and we're going to let the hips dip side to side. So the left hip dips a little and you lift it back up. The right hip dips a little, you lift it back up. The knees and the legs ideally don't move very much and they don't splay out from one another. We're just creating a little hemipelvis movement, meaning one half of the pelvis moving and massaging that joint where the thigh bone and the pelvis meet each other. Last one, both sides. And then we roll our spine back down. Wow, that was really nice. I hope you felt lovely as well. That was lovely for me. Left leg stretches, right leg stretches. Remember, if a full roll up is not in your practice, it's a-okay to use a little momentum and rock your way up. Breathe in to prepare. Exhale, nod your head, neck, and shoulders, curl forward, and peel your way all the way up. Fantastic. We're going to take that into single leg stretch. And then we'll take it into double leg stretch and all of that stuff. So I'm going to drag my right leg as close to me and roll all the way to the tip of the shoulder and then keep that left leg hovered off the ground. So now I'm going to pulse, pulse, and then switch legs. Pulse, 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 pulse. It's similar to that scissor action we had a moment ago. Last one, both sides. Now hug both knees. It goes right into double leg stretch. Arms and legs stretch away, body doesn't change. Arms circle around and you hug the knees close. Arms and legs stretch away, low back doesn't change shape. And then you hug. Arms and legs stretch away from one another and you hug. Last one, please. Now from here, use a little momentum. Rock your way up. Let the legs stretch wide as your mat. Arms out in front of you, palms facing each other or down, does not matter. Find a tall posture. We haven't curled off and compressed our low back. We're sitting super tall, perched on our sit bones. Inhale. Exhale, peel off of that imaginary wall as you nod your head, curl forward. Low back curls because belly wall lifts into that space. And once you're there, let your hands just land wherever they land. Can you let the hands go a little further to get a deeper spine stretch without letting your shoulders win? And then drag the hands back. Find your tall sitting posture. Breathe in. Exhale, nod, curl forward. Find that deep lift up the front of that low, low belly wall. And once your hand lands, maybe you slide it a little forward to get that extra stretch without letting your shoulders go to your ears. Relax the shoulders and then drag your hands back. Find your way to sit nice and happy and tall. How about two more like that, please? Inhale, exhale, nod. It's not a very large range of motion, but it has a big impact in the body when we can really lift up the front. It teaches us to have happier alignment posture-wise. One more. Fantastic. Let's take that right into saw. We're going to take the arms wide side to side. I'm going to turn towards the camera. I'm going to take my right hand towards the left outside of the foot. Left arm internally rotates. I flex my body towards the left foot and look behind me to the left hand. And then I come right back to center. Breath pattern. Inhale to pause. Exhale, twist. Left hand, right pinky toe side of the foot. Right arm in internal rotation and lifting up. And then I come back. So now a traditional saw. We twist and we reach 1, 2, 3, and center. We twist and we reach. 2, 3, and center. And twist and reach. 2, 3, and center. Twist and reach. 2, 3, and center. How did it go? And relax back into the middle. Hopefully great, right? We're going to switch the legs to go all the way behind us. find our way all the way down on our bellies. We're going to stack the hands one on top of each other and allow the forehead to rest on the back of the hands. First couple of things, you're just going to shrug the shoulders towards the ears and release them back down. Literally sliding the shoulder blades up towards the ears and then let them rest along the sides of the ribs. One more time. Fantastic. Did that go well? And now your goal is to keep your belly wall soft and not falling into the ground, meaning belly button has this broadness and softness. There's a blueberry under the belly button. You're trying not to squish it. So here we go. Shoulders are relaxed. We breathe in, bias to a pelvic tilt if necessary to protect the low back. As you exhale, you float the feet and the legs off the ground. The legs and thigh bones are in neutral right now. And all you're going to do is let the thigh bones kiss each other for a pulsing of 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. Exact same thing with the legs and thigh bone in internal rotation, both of them. Breathe in, broad, happy collarbones, soft shoulders. The feet, the legs reach out away from the sit bones and then they float off the ground. And now the tailbone curls slightly, same 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then release it back down. I saved external rotation for last because most of us live in this connection with the thigh bones and external rotation. Breathe in. Exhale, reach the feet away and then float them off. Same 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then lower it back down. So the next one, it's similar, but your legs are as glued together as possible, and the heels are going to kiss each other and release. So only 15 of those in the middle, and then we'll move on. Breathe in to prepare. Exhale, elongate the legs away. So think length from the head to the tip of the toes. And then float the legs off, turn the thigh bones in external rotation, heel beats. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 3, 2, 1, and then release. Whew, did you feel your bum a little? I know I did. All right, here we go. I'm gonna separate them back just a little, just because it keeps my sacrum in a happier place, which is the flat part of your bum. Take another inhale. Exhale, your hands that are glued to your forehead are going to come off the ground, and you're just going to stay in that connection. You're still looking down, and then nothing changes. Your heart and your chest have just barely come off the ground. We're going to take one arm off to the side, other arm off to the side, and nothing changes once again. We're just going to tip the airplane wings one side and then come back. Head, neck, and eyes go with the tipping. Head, neck, and eyes. Head, neck, and eyes. Same principle. Belly wall stays lifted. Low back is in a happy place. Head, neck, and eyes go with the arm that's going up to the sky. Last one. And then release your hands right under the shoulders. Broad collarbones, your forehead's barely off the ground, your chest is almost all the way down. Relax the shoulders and push the earth down with your hands. Elbows hug the sides of your body. And that same mini extension, you're going to look forward towards the edge of your mat, maybe, and maybe slightly up in front of you. You don't want to look too far up where you close off your airway. So please be mindful that you can still talk to me. It's a very valuable test to know that your breathing is normal. And now from here, nothing changes. You're just going to take the left hand off and the right hand off. Lots of love for the upper back muscles along with the low back muscles, low belly muscles, sorry. They're talking to each other. And then release everything. How did it go? Breathe in to prepare. I hear you saying excellent, even though I know I can't hear you. And let it go. Take another inhale. Exhale, push the earth away. Find that same mini extension. And then from here, don't change anything. Bend the left leg, bend the right leg. Just allow the front of the thigh bones to get a nice stretch. Take your feet as close to your back as your body allows you to. It's a lovely lengthening tool. And the front body gets a nice stretch here. And then release everything back down. Okay, so far so good? Fantastic. So now we take that into our swan or cobra, however you like to think of. Collarbone stay wide. Breathe in. Exhale, curl. Nose looks forward. Upper back opens. Nice. Upper chest opens. And you roll all the way up. Belly wall stays lifted. And then you roll the pubic bone down. Maybe the front of the belly button down. And then the bottom of the ribs. Breastbone. And then the head and neck. Breathe in. Exhale, pulling the earth towards your armpits to create that underarm connection. Upper back is definitely working as you look up the wall in front of you. And then let the elbows bend. Let your lower half of the body land. Middle half of the body lands. And then the chest, and then the breastbone, and then everything else. Wasn't that lovely? Let's take that right into our single leg kick. So we're going into our Sphinx position. Elbows are on the earth. Hands are spread nice and wide. Pads of the fingers pressing down. Broad collarbones, soft shoulders. Breathe in to prepare. Belly wall stays lifted. Shoulders are happy. Exhale, let it go. On your next inhale, right leg bends, points, flexes, points back away. Left leg bends, flexes, points back away. Point, flex, and point. Point, flex, and point. Single leg kick. Just keep breathing. I'm going for several of these. Are you noticing if you're shifting too much in your body? Hopefully not. This is a lovely stretch for the front of the thigh bones and the front of the hip space, as long as you're breathing well and lifted through your belly wall. We only have one more for each side left. Goes by fast, doesn't it? And then release everything back down. Sit back towards child's pose just for a quick temporary break. Fantastic. And now come forward. Let's go on our side. I'm going to go all the way down with my arms stretched up, and I'm going to lie on my bicep. If that's not available, it's okay for you to have your elbow folded and your head resting on the elbow. And now I'm trying to find a wall behind me for my head and tail to be in the same line. So if I looked from above, eagle's view, my shoulders are one on top of each other, and my hips are one on top of each other. And then I'm going to glue the legs together, bring both legs slightly out in front. Once I'm there, I'm going to make sure that I have the bottom of the ribs hugging the front of the back. Good. And now from that connection, the top hip, if anything, slight bias to a little bit more forward than backward, so you don't dip it into that low back on the bottom side. So now keep that connection. Breathe in again. Exhale, the legs that are glued together float off the ground. And then you lower back down. One more time. Breathe in. Exhale, float off the ground and lower it back down. 3 more of those. Float and lower. Good. 2 more. And lower. 1 more. And lower. And now on this next one, we're going to keep it up there. The top leg AB ducks away from the bottom, and you add it back. AB ducks away, and you add it back. The bottom leg is off the ground. Bottom waist is kissing the ground. 4 and 5. And now I take the top leg up, keep it there, And I'm going to use my top hand as a prong to lift the bottom leg to kiss the top leg. Lift and kiss. Lift and kiss. Lift and kiss. What's the top hip doing? Is it rolling back? Don't allow it to. Last one, I think this is 5 coming up. And then the legs all come back down. How did that go? Fantastic, right? Bend that bottom leg. Prop yourself onto your elbow. Underarm helps you stay out of the shoulder. Top hand comes behind the head. Find that long head and neck connection. Top leg floats off the ground. Nothing changes. All you're going to do is go right into your single leg kick, or sorry, side leg kick. Kick, kick forward and kick, kick back. The foot flexes as it goes forward and it points as it goes back. Upper body goes in slight motion forward. It's a-okay. 2 more and 1 more. Now keep it back there, bicycle pattern. We're going to bend that leg, bring the knee out in front, and then reach the leg out. Long sweep of the leg back, bend, drag, and reach. 2 more. Your upper body cooperates with that lower body movement. And now we reverse. We're going to swing it out in front, bend that knee, take that foot back behind us. Reach long as you bring it out in front. Are you still staying out of the shoulder? Are the bottom ribs lifting up towards the sky? Last one. Now keep it back there. Let your top elbow twist and maybe touch the bottom hand, and then you come back to facing in your side. Twist and reach the bottom hand. Maybe you open the collarbone a little further back. Twist and open. Last 2. Twist and open. 1 more. Excellent. Bend both legs. Stay in this lovely on your elbows connection. Now, very simple side plank version. We're going to kiss both knees together. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, float the hips off the ground. Find your side plank with legs bent. And then lower right back down. Just for 3 or 4 seconds. So you want to press the earth with the hands and the elbows and stay out of the shoulders. Breathe in. Exhale, lift. 3, 2, 1, and lower. Just have 1 more. Head is in line with the tail. Lift and hold and release. Pretty simple, yes? Yeah. All right, here we go. Other side awaits us. We're going to lie on our side with the legs nice and long, lying on my bicep, and the legs are just slightly in front of my hips, making sure that the hips are stacked one on top of each other, shoulders are stacked. My nose is pointed forward. I haven't let my head come too far in front of my neck. Staying in that really open airway connection. And now my top hand can be a prong in front of you. This is the side that I might have a little challenge sometimes. Bottom waist drops to float the legs off, and then you lower. Inhale, belly wall lifts. Exhale, lift the legs and lower. Here we go. And lower. And lower. And lower. Last one. Now keep it there. Top leg AB ducks and AD ducks. Top leg AB ducks and AD ducks. Here's 3 and 4. Belly wall is staying lifted. 5. Top leg goes up. You keep it there. Bottom leg goes up and kisses the top thigh bone. Broad shoulders. Easy collarbones. And 1 more. And then we lower both legs. Doozy, right? Bend that bottom leg. Prop yourself on that left elbow this time. Right leg is nice and long. Right hand comes behind the head, supporting the long neck connection. And then we float that right leg up. Ribs are soft into your back. You're going to go into kick, kick forward and kick, kick back. Kick, kick forward, kick, kick back. kick forward, kick back, kick forward, kick back. And I don't know, let's say last one coming up. Keep it back there, bend the knee, bicycle pattern, drag the leg forward, stretch, sweep it, bend, drag, stretch, sweep, bend, drag, stretch, sweep, bend, drag, stretch. Now reverse, bend, stretch behind you, sweep it all the way in front. It's two. Now keep it back there behind you. Let the upper body twist. The right elbow touches the left hand, and then you open it somewhere to your side. Twist and touch the right elbow with the left hand, and then open. Only if that's available, go towards the left hand. Let your upper back twist. The ribs are getting a nice hug here. The lungs are getting a little hug. The heart's getting a little hug. Last one. Fantastic. How did that go? Fantastic, right? Both legs are going to bend. Both knees are stacked. Both feet are stacked. Eyes forward. Head and neck in line with the tail. Belly wall lifted. Breathe in. Exhale, both hips off the ground. And back down. 3, 2, 1. Back down. 3, 2, 1. And back down. One more. 2, 1. And back down. Holy moly, right? All right, so now, next thing. Similar side body. We're going to keep that left leg out in front, right leg folded behind in that Z sit position. If you need to prop yourself under the left sit bone just to have a happier knee and hip connection, by all means, you can do so. And now I'm going to sit facing forward with that Z sit position. Take the arms out in front and nothing changes, but I'm going to slide the ribs to the left. And then I come right back on top of the hips. I'm going to slide the ribs and come right back. Slide the ribs and come right back. One more. Slide the ribs and come right back. Now stay vertical. Right hand comes down in front of you. Left arm goes up and over. Left side bend. Right ear listens to the right shoulder. And then we come back and maybe we go to a counter. Same, left arm just comes out in front of you. Shoulders are relaxed. We go back and forth. And one more. So now here we go. We're going to switch the legs without having to touch the earth. How did that go? Fantastic, right? Right leg is now in front, left leg is behind. Once again, if you need to switch your pillow for the right thigh bone, this is your opportunity. Arms go out and to the sides. You sit as tall as possible. Breathe in. Exhale, slide the ribs out to the right. Slide them back over the hips. Side shifting the ribs and then coming back to where they were. Sliding the ribs and coming right back. And one more. Fantastic. So now we take it into that side bend. Left ear listens to the left shoulder, right arm goes next to the ear, and I come back and we go the other way. And the head doesn't fall in front of the neck as we do these. It just tilts. It's a small range of motion on top of the neck. Going back and forth. We don't have long. Stay with me. Last one. Fantastic. So now after that, we're going to go on our hands and knees. Hands directly under the shoulders, knees directly under the hips. press the earth away with the hands in a nice broad connection. So the pads of the fingers are pressing down. There's a little air going between the index and the thumb. And both thumb side and the pinky side of the hands are pressing evenly on the ground. The shins are pressing heavy onto the ground underneath. Breathe in. Exhale, take it into your cat shape. Broad collarbones, happy shoulders, head and neck in a bobble. And then take it into your cow shape. In your cow shape, be mindful that you haven't let your belly go completely hanging out. You're allowed to let your breastbone fall a little. That's a-okay, but don't let your belly totally hang out. Curl back into that cat shape. Release into cow. And when we say release, it's just letting go of too much muscular invitation. Last one, last cat cow. Fantastic. Find your neutral, whatever that means. Broad collarbones. Heartstrings are lifted into the upper back. We're going to slide the left arm and the right leg simultaneously away from one another. And then we find it back in the middle. And same thing for the other side. Right leg and right hand and left leg. And back to center. Why is that so hard? Left hand, right leg. Right hand, left leg. Left hand, right leg. Right hand, left leg. Wonderful. One more time each side. Left hand, right leg. Right hand, left leg. Left hand, right leg, and we pause. Breathe. 8, 7, 6. Is there a teacup on top of the hips where it won't tilt forward or back or to the side? And center. I say T because it's cold. Now the right leg, sorry, right hand, left leg. So the teacup is across the sacrum. 8, 7, 6, 5. Belly wall is lifted. As you can hear the quiver in my voice. And center. Tuck the toes under. Hover the knees off the ground. Lift your hips up and back. Find your downward dog. And then go forward of your arms to find your plank. Achilles is in a happy place. The toes and the heels are in line with each other. The heels are not behind the ball of your feet. Keep that. Don't change that. And breathe. 5, 4. I lie a lot. So remember, I might just count down, but then I will definitely end up counting back up. So 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Head and neck are happy. Belly wall is lifted. And hips up and back into downward dog. Whoo! That was intense, wasn't it? Pedal your feet. Let one hip at a time stretch, relaxing the shoulders. If the heel doesn't land, don't scold it. Go where your body goes at this moment. Last one, both sides. Fantastic. Draw the knees down carefully. Walk the knees forward. Switch into where you're going to sit with your legs out in front of you again. Long legs. Hands go back behind you. And we take that right into our reverse plank. So before we do anything, it's so tempting to just shrivel into our body. So find your really broad, soft, upright posture. Why do I say broad and soft? Because it's super easy to be rigid and broad, but we want to be soft in our chest. Breathe in. Hands are facing away from one another. Exhale, curl your tailbone and lift your hips up. Head lines up with the tail. So you have to let the head go right back into that neck space and in line with the upper back, in line with the rest of the body. Yes, I can hang here for a little while. and I can still speak to you. The knees are not locked. I want to be able to speak to you because that tells me I can breathe. And then I fold at the shoulders and the hips as I lower back down. How did that go? Wasn't that fantastic? So now we're going to go on our elbows, and it's just to help open the upper back one more time. Same principle. I haven't shrunk into my posture. I'm staying soft across the ribs, and my head and neck are in line with the rest of the spine. I'm pressing the earth down with the elbows and the hands to open the upper chest a little bit more, letting the head lean back a little. Pelvis is slightly curled towards your nose to protect the low back here. And then release. Lift your elbows off and spine stretch forward. So give yourself that counter in the middle. How did that go? Fantastic, right? Yeah, I know. All right, come back to sitting tall. Find the elbows back on the ground again. At any time, if you need to do this with the legs bent, you're welcome to do so. It's your choice. Keep the pelvis happy, keep the ribs happy, the low back happy. Let your head find the back of the neck and the tail. Excellent. And now we lift up to open the front of the chest. It's a big, massive stretch for the front body here. And I can speak to you so I know my airway is open. Can you speak to me? That's how you'll know if your airway is open. And I'm looking behind me. I've created a back bend. Excellent. And then I tuck my chin, curl to help me come up and stretch forward. That's a lot of work for the upper back. Yes, I know. All right, so we're going to end with a lovely little bang as I think of it. We're going to go right into rolling like a ball, do a couple of rolling exercises and see how it goes. Doesn't that sound like fun? I'm going to move so far forward towards the front edge of my mat. And then I'm going to walk my feet so close to my bum that it comes off the ground. Shoulders are happy. I've already curled off of the low back. Now, keeping that connection, I rock back to the tip of the shoulder and rock right back up. Inhale to roll back. Exhale, roll up. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Keep it here. Maybe we take it into open leg rocker. Kick your legs into your hand to help you roll up. Inhale, rock back. Exhale. Press the legs forward to help you roll up. Two more. Press into your hands. One more. Keep it there. Bring the legs together. Here's our teaser moment. Ooh, I'm not sure I can hang there. Now I'm there. I'm ready. Arms off. Hands off. Woo. Yay, this is fantastic. I'm super happy about these long legs out in front of me. Let your legs fold, knees open, stretch forward. Okay, now that that was available, I want to go right back into that bent leg teaser and then roll back to the tip of the shoulder, roll right back up. I'm pushing something away with my feet to help me roll up. One more. Keep it here. Open the thigh bones, close the thigh bones. Arms go up to the sky. Open, close, open. Whew. Last two. Fantastic. Feet, soles of your feet go together, knees open wide. You stretch forward. So here's the last hoorah, as I would like to think of it. I'm going to walk back a little bit more, bend my legs, take it into three rolling like a ball. Use a little momentum to propel my way forward to come up to standing. So I'm going to roll back, walk my feet close to my bum, roll like a ball. On the next one, I'm going to push through my feet to help me come all the way up to standing. Woohoo! How did that go? Wasn't that fantastic? I sure hope you felt good. Now I'm going to come off of my table, sit facing you for a moment so we can take 3 full breaths and see how lovely we feel at the end. Here we go. I want to sit crisscross applesauce, so I'm going there. Breathe in. One more. Super excited that I got to share my mat practice with you guys. Thank you so much. Until next time, have a lovely evening.